Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Luke Rush, and today I want to talk about why I think Call of the Dead will never be remastered. So I think at this point we all know who Jason Blundell is, right? He's the beautiful man that makes zombies work and he can father my children, right? And at this point, he's the guy that basically makes everything in zombies work, and he's the guy that decides, okay, well, this exists, this doesn't, and he can basically write off and bring things back as he pleases, right? But seemingly Call of the Dead's one of those things that is just being written off forever, and especially in the zombies timeline that we got a couple months ago, it seemed like Call of the Dead was wrapped up with a nice little bow, and they said, you know what, really, this is just kind of gone, you're never going to see it again, right? And to be honest with you, there's quite a lot of reasons that Call of the Dead's not going to be coming back, whether that be the famous cast, then I would actually have to pay them to come back, right? I don't think that Treyarch's really going to want to do that, and there isn't really much of a storyline significance to them. Like, there's a couple of radios that matter, we got the Golden Rod, right? But there really isn't much going on there that we could really say, okay, well, there's a reason that this is going to be remastered. And there's obviously been maps that really don't matter all that much that have been remastered before, but I think those are all just classic World of War maps that everyone has a nostalgia boner for, and I don't think at this point, especially with Jason Blundell at the helm, he's really going to decide, okay, well, you know, Call of the Dead is now relevant, woohoo, and I don't think that they bother to, you know, obviously spend all the money to really bring back the cast and the crew, right? And obviously at this point, they really don't exist. They basically died in their timeline. Like, there's not really much that we know about them. I mean, they obviously brought Sally into the fold, you know, with the whole timeline, but other than that, you know, what do we really have going on here? And even for its time, Call of the Dead was a really sort of gimmick map, to be quite honest, because it was really just a, okay, well, George Romero, horror guy, and then we can get a bunch of cool actors, right, with some, you know, name recognition that we can just come in and say, okay, well, we can get some mainstream attention on our game, right? And it was really just sort of a gimmick thing, and I never really think they're going to actually decide, you know, okay, we're going to bring it back into the fold with everything. And yes, I know this might seem like I'm bashing on Call of the Dead, but no, it's actually one of my favorite maps of all time, to be quite honest with you, and the Scavenger is my favorite wonder weapon that they've ever put into zombies. It's really just an explosive sniper with a thermal scope. How badass is that? Let's be real here for a second, right? How badass is that? But honestly, it just doesn't have very much storyline significance, and with Jason Blundell being so storyline driven, I don't think that he'll see a point to bringing it back, and especially because if Treyarch's not going to do another quote-unquote DLC 5 situation again, then really, I mean, there's no point to actually bring it back, right? If they really wanted to see it come back in the story, they would have done it in DLC 5 or Zombies Chronicles, whatever you want to call it, right? They would have done it by now and they would have added it in, but there's really no point to it anymore, and I really think that them writing it off with Chronicles, and especially in the timeline, I really think this is sort of just the dagger in the heart of Call of the Dead, and it really does suck to see they'll probably never come back, but it's just the truth. But honestly, I could be wrong on this one. Jason Blundell could all of a sudden just decide, okay, well, Call of the Dead, you're the most important map ever put into zombies all of a sudden, right? He's a mysterious man, but tell me in the comment section down below, would you want to see Call of the Dead remastered, and what map would you like to see other than Call of the Dead remastered, put into Black Ops 4, World War II, whatever it's going to be, right? Tell me in the comments, I'd love to hear it. While you're down there, I'd appreciate a like. Subscribe if you guys are new around here and turn on notifications because you're my daddy. By the way, follow me on Twitter, it's also in the description. Check everything out down there, please. I need things, please help me out, dads. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the video. Peace.